My name is Jennifer. Thank you all for making arrangements, making your life so that you could be here on your mat right now. I acknowledge that it took something to get here. Something had to go for you to be here. My name is Jennifer. We have 60 minutes to do a journey into power together, to take a journey into power together. It doesn't do, we take. The theme of today's class is centerline. Everybody has 2 blocks. Have your blocks with you. We're going to use centerline with our yoga blocks. We're going to create centerline and find centerline with our yoga blocks. We're also going to be talking about letting go. So as we have the centerline, the pulling in, we have the opposite, the letting go. We'll talk about that later though. So take your blocks and have them handy and come to child's pose with a block in between your hands. Your arms outstretched on your mat and a block in between your hands. Child pose, your knees are wide on your mat. And squeeze your hands in towards center line. And center line is the center line of your body, your spine line. And we'll be using the blocks as tools to access the feeling of squeezing into center line by squeezing into the block. Breathe in and out of your nose. Downward facing dog. And with your mind's eye, hug into center line from your skin in. So feel the periphery of your body, your skin, the air moving across your skin. Pull into the center line, your spine line. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Take the block in between your shins. Middle distance, skinny distance, you make the decision. Ragdoll, clasp opposite elbows with opposite hands. Squeeze the block. Squeeze into center line. And breathe in and out of your nose. Extended mountain. Squeeze the block, reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll begin with the sound of 3 ohms. Extended mountain. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Squeeze the block, plant your hands on your mat. High plank. Good work, everyone. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Keep squeezing the block as you come into downward facing dog. Good work. If you find that on the skinny setting that's not working for you, feel free to take it onto the wider setting. Each body is different. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward at your thumbs, jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain. Squeeze, reach. Bow forward. Halfway lift. And plant your hands. Vinyasa flow, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, squeeze. Downward facing dog. Yeah, focusing on center line, squeezing the block. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look at your thumbs, jump your feet to your hands. Good, halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain, reach up, look up. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Good, Meredith. Upward facing dog. Good work, Micah. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. Good, Charlie. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa high to low. Good, Olivia. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Empty out. Look forward, jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Take your hands apart, imaginary center line. Breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Good, Micah. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take the block in one of your hands. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Yeah, take the block in between your hands and create center line between your hands with the block. Right foot forward, back foot plants. Bring your back foot flat to the ground. Good, Charlie. Lower your hips. Good work, everyone. Press your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Press your shin more towards me. More towards me, Charlie. Good. More. Stack your knee over your ankle. Good. Breathe in, everyone. Vinyasa, breathe out. You can set your block off to the side. We'll come back to it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward for warrior one. Take the block in between your hands. Left foot forward, warrior one. Good. Pull your belly button into your center line, your spine line. Good work. Everyone inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Plant your block, plant your hands, go high to low. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your feet to your hands. Create center line with your mind's eye, chair pose, squeeze into center line. From your skin in, light up your fingertips, spin your pinky fingers in towards one another, create center line, energy. So good, Charlie. Breathe in, bow forward, breathe out. Yes, halfway lift, inhale, plant your hands and flow, high to low, vinyasa, up dog, down dog. Warrior one, right side. Create center line with your mind's eye, squeeze in, reach up. And plant your hands and go high to low. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, left side. Step forward, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, flow, hands down, high to low. Good work, Micah. Up dog, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. You go. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, bow. Move with your breath. Breathe in. Inhale. Vinyasa, high to low. Exhale from high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, right side. Belly button to spine, breathe in, lift. Vinyasa, breathe out. Good, Meredith. Up dog, down dog. Warrior one, left side. And you flow with your breath. Once you've inhaled all the way, exhale as you go down, high to low. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Recommit to your center line. With your mind's eye, your belly button, pull it into your spine. Everyone inhale. Exhale. Lift your right leg, high, strong, and straight. And flex your back foot. Pull your toes up towards your kneecap. The other flex. Like stamp your foot flat. Yes. So good, Micah. Dial your toes down towards the earth. Yes, Olivia, so good. From here, right here, bend your right knee. Stack your right hip up and over your left hip like a dog at a fire hydrant. Stack. Stack. Yes. Flip your dog. Bring your right foot down to the earth. Spin around on your left toes. Right foot lands on the earth. Press your heels down into the mat. So good, Micah. Lift your hips. Reach your right arm up towards me. Right arm up towards me. Send your chest up to the ceiling, your hips up to the ceiling. So good. Breathe in. Stay, breathe out. One more inhale, reach. Side plank, right hand on your mat. Right hand down, right foot down, left arm reaches. Pull your belly button into your spine. Lift your top leg for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High to low. Center line. Up dog. Down dog. Lift your left leg. Flex your back foot. Dial your toes straight down. Good work, Olivia. Yes, everybody's back foot is alive. So good. Bend your left knee. Stack your left hip up and over your right hip. And flip your dog. Left foot comes down to the earth. Press down through your heels, up through your hips, up through your chest. Breathe. Reach. One more. Breathe. Reach. Side plank. Left hand down. Left foot down. Lift your top leg. Pull your belly button in. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge, and take the block in between your hands. Right foot forward, back heels stacked really high up over your tippy toes. Really high. Yeah. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Pull your belly button into your spine. Bring the block to heart center. Twist to the right. Press your hands into the block. You can take your left elbow to your right knee, or you can stay lifted. Center line is the focus here. Center line. Good. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crescent lunge. Hands at heart center with the block or lifted, your choice. Breathe in and out of your nose. Stack your front knee over your front ankle. Good, Micah. Yes, so good, so strong. Hands to heart center. Warrior 2. Back foot plants. Parallel. Hands at heart center with the block. Shoulders and hips face the door that you came through. You can extend your arms or you can work on center line with your hands in between the block. Yogi's choice. Good. Pull your belly button in. Reverse your warrior. Good work. Extended side angle. Bring your right hand down with the block in it. Right hand to the inside of your right ankle. Hand on the block. And everyone, press your right shin more towards the front of the room, which lowers your hips. Yes, so good. Press your right knee towards your right pinky toe to open up your right thigh. Yes. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa. Plant your hands. High plank, low plank. Good work, Micah. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Crescent lunge, left side, left foot forward. You can take your hands to the block to focus on center line. Stack your back heel high up over your toes by taking a longer stance. So take a longer stance, Charlie. Good. Good. Pull your belly button in. Yes, good work. Take your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Squeeze the block. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Warrior 2. Keep the block in between your hands, your choice. Press your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Pull your inner thighs into center line, your belly button into spine line. Reverse your warrior, up and back. Extended side angle, left hand to the block inside your left ankle. Right arm reaches for the front of the room. And if your arm is on your knee is on your arm, press them in towards one another. Yeah, create that resistance, the duality. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Good, Meredith. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Take the block in between your thighs, chair pose. Squeeze the block, sit low, reach high. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Squeeze the block, twist to the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chair pose. Hands to center, twist to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, forward fold. Yeah, take a hold of your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Drop your head, bend your knees. Bring your chest down to the block between your thighs. Make a connection. Breathe in and breathe out. Release your big toes. Take your hands all the way underneath your feet, palms all the way underneath the soles of your feet, toes to your wrist creases. Squeeze the block for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will take forearm plank, or if crow is in your practice, you'll take crow with the block between your thighs or your feet. Your choice. If crow is not in your practice, take forearm plank with the block. Meredith and Olivia have chosen crow. You're more than welcome to choose forearm plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Take the block underneath one foot. Come to a stand, place the block long ways so that you can take one foot to the block, and we're gonna take eagle. Left foot to the block, right thigh comes up and over. So stand on the block, left foot, right thigh wraps up and over your left thigh. Set your eyes out here. Fix your spot, one spot. Squeeze into center line. You can take your right arm up and under your left arm, or you can grab opposite shoulders. Pull your belly button in, skin in. Breathe in and out of your nose. Switch sides. Good work, everyone. Switch sides. Skin to muscle to bone, hug in. And switch sides. Yeah, squeeze your two legs into one leg. Good work, Charlie. Switch sides. Squeeze. Into spine line. Good work, Meredith. Release. Come to stand. Have your other block up there at the top of your mat. We're going to get to it. Leave it on the high setting, the tall setting. So bring it to stand tall. Yeah. Okay. Bring the other one underneath your foot. Standing leg raise. Bring your left foot to the block, your right knee into your chest. Standing leg raise on the block. You can take your hand on your shin. Set your eyes out here. Pull into center line. Open your right leg out to the right. Extend your left arm out to the left. Pull into center. And then turn your eyes to look at your left thumb. So good. Come back to center. Kick your foot. Reach your hands up. Kick your right foot forward. Reach your hands up. Set your eyes again. Pull into center. Airplane pose. Arms back. Palms down. Right leg kicks back. Toes point down. Pull your belly button in. Flex your back foot, like stamp it 90 degrees in your ankle. Flex. Wake up your hands. Good work, Micah. Hands to heart center. Half moon. Left hand touches down on the tall block. Left hand on the tall block. Lift your right leg. Flex your right foot. Stack your hips. Stomp down through your standing foot. Pull your belly button into your spine line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, come to stand. Switch sides, standing leg raise, other foot on the block. Set your eyes. Pull into center. Open up. Left leg out, right arm out. Look over and see your right thumb. Good work, Meredith. Come back to center. Kick your foot forward. Reach up. Fingers spread. Aliveness, yes. Airplane pose, arms back. Left leg back. Flex your left foot. Wake it up. The sole of your foot, wake it up. From your skin in. Hands to heart center. Half moon, right hand down to the block. And stomp down through your right foot to lift your left leg high. Flex your back foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come to stand. Dancer pose. Left foot on the block, Set your eyes out in front, left foot on the block. Right hand comes down by your side, and you reach and grab the inside of your right foot. Good. Everybody's got an open grip. Good. Set your eyes out here. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Kick your right toes towards the ceiling. Kick your right toes back and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. Pull into center line. Set your eyes out on the horizon, and you take dancer, opposite side. Pull in, press out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. Good work. 1, 2, center line, hug in. 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tree pose, opposite foot on the block. So right foot to ankle, calf, or inner thigh. One is not better than the other. Create center line. Leg into foot, foot into leg. Reach your arms up. Set your eyes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring both feet down to the earth. Extended mountain reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And plant your hands, vinyasa flow, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Step your right foot forward for triangle. Right foot to right thumb, and bring your right hand to the block on the outside of your right ankle. Use the high setting. Back foot plants parallel with the back edge of your mat. Good. Now bring a slight bend to both of your knees. Good, Olivia. To get into the muscles of your legs. Set your eyes up to your top hand. Good, Charlie. Good, Micah. Reach your fingers more towards the ceiling. Lengthen out your fingertips. So good, Micah. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up to standing. Swivel your right toes to face the long edge of your mat. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards center line. Breathe in and out of your nose. And come up to standing. Point your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. Bring your back foot wide and halfway up your mat. And put your hands on your hips. Point both of your hips towards the front of the room. Take your feet wider. Yeah, good, wider, good. Center line, reach up. Fold over your front leg. Bring your fingertips to the block or to the earth, your choice. Pull your belly button into your spine. Twisting triangle. Left hand can be on a block, right hand reaches for the ceiling. Belly button into your spine line. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Good, Charlie. Yes, Micah. Good work, Meredith. Nice length in your spine, everyone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Vinyasa flow. Exhale. Up dog. Down dog. Triangle, left side. Left foot forward. Use the block. Soften your knees, squeeze into center. Back foot's parallel with the mat. Left hand down, right hand reaches. Good work. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can come up to standing. Take the block with you in between your hands. Point all of your toes to face the other long edge of your mat. Squeeze the block in between your hands. Fold forward. Now create center line between your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards your spine. Slight bend to your knees so you can squeeze. Rise up to standing, create pyramid pose, left toes forward, right foot wide. Good. Good work, Micah. Fold over your front thigh. Fingers down to the block. Bring your right foot wider, Charlie. Right foot wider out towards the street. Out towards the right edge of your mat. Good. Twisting triangle. Right hand to the block, left hand to the ceiling. I believe that fighting the good fight is to fight to be true to who you are. Unapologetic and authentic. Each day, each breath, each moment is an opportunity to let go of the struggle for acceptance and to stand in your own power. Everyone breathe in. Stay, breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, flow. Plant your hands. High plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Place the block in between your shins in downward facing dog. Squeeze the block, any setting. 3 different widths. Good, center line, squeeze the block. High plank, low plank, high plank, low plank. Good, Meredith. High plank, low plank. Good, Micah. High plank. Last one, low plank. Lower all the way down. Keep the block in between your shins. Bring your arms back by your sides, palms face down. Put one ear on your mat. Locust pose. Squeeze the block in between your shins. Lift your legs, lift your hands, lift your chest. Rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Inhale, rise up again. Squeeze the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So good, Charlie. Let it go. Floor bow. Take the block and put the block between your thighs. It's a little awkward to do that, but that's okay. Squeeze the block between your thighs for floor bow. And come back down, belly down to the earth. Bend both of your knees. Grab both of your feet or ankles. Squeeze the block. If you're taking half floor bow, extend one leg long. If you're taking full floor bow, squeeze the block, rise up. Squeeze the block, rise up. Yes, 1, 2, squeeze the block. 3, 4, 5. Lower down, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Floor bow number 2, last one, rise up. Squeeze the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, lower down. Release your feet. Extend them back onto the mat behind you. Squeeze the block in between your thighs. Bring your hands back by your bottom ribs, palms on your mat. Hands on your mat, palms back. Yes, now take your hands wider. Move your hands farther back, Charlie. Charlie, yes, good. Hands wide, pinkies off the edges of your mat. Good. Squeeze the block. Press down through your hands, through the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Lift your thighs, lift your knees, squeeze the block. Good. 1, 2, 3, downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. And come down to your knees. Keep squeezing the block. Bring your knees to the earth, camel pose. Squeeze the block between your thighs, hips press forward, chest lifts, gaze back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come out of camel, sit back on your heels. And take camel again, second set. Take camel up and back. Squeeze into center line. And come out of camel, rest on your heels. Good work. Bridge pose. Make your way onto your back. Take the block between your thighs. Lay on your back. Feet firmly planted into the mat. Can you touch your heels with your middle fingers? Can you just graze your heels with your middle fingers? Good. Squeeze the block. Lift your hips up. Press your feet down, hips up, bridge pose. You can walk your shoulders farther underneath you. You can take supported bridge, like Meredith is doing. It's all the same work. All the same work. Squeezing into center line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down to your mat. We have 6 more. You can take bridge. You were just there. If you are taking full wheel, bring your hands on either sides of your ears. Spread your fingers wide. Press down through your hands and through your feet and rise up for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3. Keep squeezing the block. 4, 5. So good. Stay up or come down. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay up or come down. Number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay up or come down. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay up or come down. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower all the way down to your mat. Take reclined butterfly pose. Press the soles of your feet in towards center line. Knees are wide. Happy baby. Grab the pinky toe edges of your feet. Press your head into the mat, your tailbone into the mat. And take a block and squeeze it between your ankles, and take a block and squeeze it between your hands. One between your hands, one between your ankles. Reach the block between your hands up towards the block between your ankles to bring your shoulders up off the mat, engage your core, and then open up. Extend your legs out long, hover them, arms high up above your head, open up, and then close it up for 5. 1, 2, 3, good Meredith, 4, 5. Hug your knees into your chest. Set the block in your hands off to the side. Bring your hands underneath your tailbone. Keep squeezing the block between your ankles. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands under your tailbone for a cushion, legs up, squeeze the block. Lower your feet 30 degrees. Keep squeezing the block. Another 30 degrees. Hover your feet and the block off the earth. Look up. See the block between your feet. Bring your feet to a hover. Legs up, head down. 2 more, just like that. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Lower your legs 60 degrees. Hover your feet off the earth and look up. See your feet. Head down, legs up. Last one. Lower down 30 degrees. 60. Hover your feet. Look up. Legs up, head down. Good work, everyone. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Squeeze the block in between your thighs and make your shins parallel to the ceiling. Stack your knees up and over your hips. So it's like you're sitting in a chair, sort of. So bring your knees over your hips. Flex your feet. Good. Interlace your hands behind your head. Flex your feet, pull your toes up towards your kneecaps. Yes, good, Charlie. Take your right elbow towards your left knee, but freeze your thighs right where they are. Yogi bicycles. Keep your knees and legs frozen and switch sides for 20. Alternate 1, 2, 3, elbow to knee, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Hug your knees into your chest. Take the block in between your hands and in between your thighs. And rock and roll up and down your spine. Come up under your sits bones for high boat with a block between your thighs, a block between your hands. Lift your chest towards the block between your hands. Send the block in your hands to the right. Twist to the right. And come back to center, to the left. To center, to the right. Center, to the left. Center. Let it go. Let it go. You can take reclined half pigeon, or you can come through downward facing dog to make your way to traditional half pigeon. And traditional half pigeon is right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. And if your left hip is really high, your right hip is really high off the ground, put a block underneath your hip bone. Yeah. You can bring your forehead down to your stacked fist, to the block, and bring your attention to your center line. Your spine line. For 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change sides. Half pigeon, opposite side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swing your right shin out around in front to take double pigeon. And you'll take double pigeon where you'll stack your shins at the top of your mat. If you have a lot of space, you can use a block. If it's not possible to stack your shins, you'll take seated figure 4. Either one. Try one. If one doesn't work, try the other. And flex your feet, hip flexors. You can fold forward and bring your head to a block, or you can sit tall. And switch sides. Switch the stack. You might need more blocks on this side, less blocks. Frog pose. You'll take your knees out wide on your mat, so using the length of your mat, take your knees out wide and make right angles with your thigh bones, your shin bones, and your foot bones. So your feet are flexed. Good, Charlie. Yes, Micah. And you can bring your forehead down to your fists and put your attention on your center line, put your attention on your spine line. Breathe in and out of your nose. "30 seconds to refocus your attention on your center line. "15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crawl forward out of frog. Bring your belly to the earth. Bring your legs together behind you. Belly down, legs together. It feels so good after frog. And then set up for seated single leg extension. Come to a seat, extend one leg out long. Create center line between your foot and your inner thigh, and then fold forward. Foot to inner thigh, press. Fold forward. Switch sides. And create center line. Foot to thigh, thigh to foot, fold forward. Seated forward fold, place the block in between your thighs and fold forward. Squeeze the block, fold forward. Reverse tabletop, squeeze the block, bend your knees, put your hands back by your hips, down through your heels, down through your hands, lift up, look back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower your bottom down, fish pose. Hands under your sits bones, forearms and elbows down. Squeeze the block, lift your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up out of fish. and choose your inversion. You can take a simple inversion like waterfall pose, or you can put a block under your tailbone, and you'll take the block and squeeze it between your calves, your shins. You can take a simple inversion. If you have a headstand practice, go there, squeeze the block into center line. Squeeze your legs into center. Yeah, simple inversion. And create center line. I have a quote from Anthony Hopkins I want to share with you. When you begin to fight for a life with joy, interest, and commitment, not everyone will be ready to follow you in this place. This doesn't mean that you need to change what you are. It means you should let go of the people who aren't ready to accompany you. Shoulder stand, slowly come down out of your inversion, headstand and shoulder stand. Slowly lower down, remove the block from underneath your tailbone, from between your shins, and take a full body stretch. Reach your fingers, stretch your feet out, get long, get long. Hug one or both knees into your chest and take a simple twist to one side. Supine twist, yeah, leg across your body or both knees to one side, your choice. Switch sides. And come back to center. Recline butterfly pose. Create center line with the soles of your feet pressing together. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And bring your attention to your center line, to your spine line. And then move your body into whatever shape or position you want to be in order to come into your final rest, into your final stillness. I invite you to take your feet wide. I invite you to take your arms wide. Take up space is my invitation for all of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and roll to your favorite side. And slowly press yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. And create center line between your hands, your palms. And we'll seal today's class with the sound of 3 ohms, the same way we began. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. And together we bow. And thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Meredith and Olivia. I invite you today, this week, this month, fight for joy, be who you are, and give up the struggle for acceptance. Give yourself a hand. Good work. Thank you so much for coming.